Okay, so let's talk about real estate. Having a good online presence these days, that's just the price of entry. It's table stakes. But what does it take to go from just being good to being truly dominant? Today, we are unpacking the actual blueprint for building a digital empire. We're talking about how to transform your brand from just another agent into the undisputed authority in your market.
And really, this is the question, isn't it? You've got a nice website, you're posting on social media, you're doing all the things you're supposed to do. But there's this huge, massive gap between having a great presence and one that's just crushing it, a dominant one. So, what separates being a player in the market from literally owning the market? That's the leap we're going to explore right now.
Every great structure, every skyscraper, it all starts with a blueprint. And in our case, the foundation was this master checklist for real estate agents. Think of it as an incredibly detailed marketing system designed to build a solid, well-constructed digital house.
Now, this was not just some basic to-do list you'd find online. To really test its strength, it was run through an AI that was basically modeled on the minds of the world's top marketing gurus. And the verdict? It came back saying, this is already one of the most comprehensive systems I've ever seen. So a really powerful baseline, but as you're about to see, it was just the beginning.
So, just how thorough was this foundation? Well, get this. It had 326 distinct tasks. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. 326. This wasn't some broad post on social media list. It was a super granular, tactical checklist covering pretty much every technical detail you could think of to build a powerful digital footprint.
So what made this blueprint so strong in the first place? Well, it absolutely nailed the technical side of things, the infrastructure. We're talking everything from the deep tech and website integration to running ad campaigns to managing your reputation, all the way to deep analytics. All the essential machinery was there. The foundation of this house was absolutely rock solid. But this is where it gets really fascinating. Because even with a nearly perfect technical blueprint, that guru mindset saw a massive gap. They saw the difference between building one single, really impressive house and founding an entire empire that totally dominates the whole landscape. And this slide right here, it just perfectly illustrates that gap. On the left, you've got the original plan, which was all about technical excellence. Checking the boxes for website setup, social posting, ad placement. But on the right, the guru-level strategy shifts the focus to strategic domination. See the difference? It's not about just having a website. It's about becoming a thought leader. It's not about just posting. It's about creating an entire omnipresent strategy. It's a huge mindset shift from just executing tasks to completely owning the conversation.
And here's the crucial insight. The upgrade wasn't about just adding, 50 more technical tasks to the list. Nope. It was a fundamental change in philosophy. It's the difference between flawlessly building one really beautiful house and strategically planning this sprawling empire that commands the entire territory.
So, this shift in philosophy led to something new, the Omnipresence Roadmap. You can think of it as version 2.0. It's the expansion pack designed to take that solid technical presence and turn it into a market-dominating brand. This right here, this is the blueprint for the empire. This new strategy is really built on a few core pillars, and you can tell what's important just by looking at the numbers. Look at the two biggest pieces of the pie, content and leadership, and video and omnipresence. The focus totally shifts from the technical setup to creating value and being seen everywhere. And supporting all that is the smart use of AI, next-level SEO, and super targeted funnels. It's not about just doing more. It's about making a way bigger impact.
And that word I keep using, omnipresence, it's absolutely key. It's not about just being on Facebook or just having a blog. It is the intentional strategy of showing up consistently across every single platform your ideal client uses. The goal? When they think real estate, they think of you, period. It's about building authority at a massive scale.
Okay, building an empire sounds a little intimidating, right? So where in the world do you start? Well, the roadmap is broken down into phases, and it all begins with phase 1, the quick wins. These are high-impact activities designed to get you immediate results and build that crucial momentum right out of the gate. So what does that actually look like? Well, the first 90 days are all about creating assets that work for you. You start with evergreen content, things like neighborhood guides that will be valuable for years.
You pair that with a weekly video schedule, one big pillar video that you then chop up into 10 or more social clips. Easy. Then you automate your lead capture with an AI chatbot, and you amplify your social proof with video testimonials and by rewarding your past clients. See, these aren't random tasks. They're the highest return first steps you can take.
All right, so once those quick wins are in motion and you're starting to see results, the focus shifts. Now we're talking about long-term growth and true market domination. This is where you build the systems that make you unshakable. This is the next level. This is about saturating your market with retargeting ads so you're always top of mind. It's about becoming a true local resource with things like relocation guides and a living in your city content series. Then you cement your authority with advanced SEO, making you an undeniable entity in Google's eyes and local PR. And you combine all this digital dominance with real-world connection, hosting client events. It creates this feedback loop that makes you the untouchable authority. So, we end right where we started, but now with a totally new perspective. After seeing this roadmap, the question becomes crystal clear. Is your online presence just a technical checklist that you're working through? Or is it the foundation of an empire you are strategically building to dominate your market for years to come? The choice, and honestly, the opportunity, it's all yours.